with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's XrF Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
11 more on that one, and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Steelers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4. Pickett buying. Pickett lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a group.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Come on, come on. 19.
And Walker once more. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
Got it. Ready? 79 Broncos.
Ready? Straight ahead, Walker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it. This is James Robinson, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
working with a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Pickett.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Open man. That's the tight end, Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Pickett's throw brought in by Austin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll throw again with Pickett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
18, 5 here. Left wing, 19.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready, set.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Let's go now.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, if he's flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pickett back to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1.
Able to find it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's when
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Ready?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He's got this to Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back to Walker on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Driving 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run the toss to Walker. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
19 tight. 19 wide. Drop 60. Drop 60.
They go play action here on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kyle Pitts,
a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half is pretty...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Pickett.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Pickett to throw on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Here's Pickett. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now down to 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm sure the messages that come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Let's go.
And they take a knee. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the set.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Toss left side for Walker.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Run it up,